I never wanted to come into real estate. Welcome to the first ever episode of Singapore's Real Estate Explained. You know, this is the longest time that we have decided and acted on a video series.
Wow, have been 3 years, man.
Absolutely. You know, the whole Singapore's Real Estate Explained content is on podcasts. I think you can hear it on Spotify. But to do a video out of it is something that we have been thinking for a long, long time. Why?
I think it's because we're too busy. I mean, working until 1 a.m.
Yes.
Clients. Wow, it has been taking quite a bit of the time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you look at our eyes, it's very small.
Yes.
Because just last night, we also put almost an all-nighter. It's quite common for real estate agents to put an all-nighter nowadays, especially in today's market. But there are just two reasons why we've taken so long. One, you mentioned, right? We have been serving investment clients, selling homes, doing home tours, training our team, finding out the investment strategies, and there's really simply no time. But thankfully now, we have our sales force that is tirelessly running the deals with us to help us as we can generate more content for the masses. And number two is because the moment we start a new content series, we have to carry on, right? And, you know, it can't be like a 1 year, one video. It has to be a consistent, right? And after Chris and I thought about it, we said, okay, it's time to start. After 3 years, right? We said,
It's 3 years.
Yes.
Wow, I've been talking about this.
Okay, so for some of y'all who may not know who Chris is, Chris himself is the Director of Investments of JNA Real Estate. And to reach the accolade or to reach the position of being the Director of Investments is something that is not easy, okay? This person has to go through plenty of investment consultations with the clients. We must have seen profits in their real estate investments. I think in the past 2 years, the team has served like, how many clients?
Close to 400?
400 plus clients last 2 years. And thank God. 95 to 98% profitability. And we are talking about like, you know, above $200,000 to $300,000 in profit.
Yeah.
I'm excited because Treasure at Tampines is TOPing soon. We make the call, we make the right bet. Marina One Residences, we are seeing good profits as well. Affini and Serangoon, we are seeing good profits as well. But hold up, if you're thinking that this whole series is about asking you to buy a new launch, you know what? This year's market, you have to be extremely prudent in buying new launches. Don't follow the FOMO mentality, right? And that's the reason why this Singapore's Real Estate Explained video that's brought to you by our JNA Investments team is set up because we want to be their objective opinion. Regardless of whether you go through us or not, whether, you know, you engage us as agents is not important. Most importantly, we want to empower you to make the right financial decisions in real estate investments, okay? So as back to what Chris is the Director of Investments. He sets the investment strategies for clients and brokers in JNA Real Estate. And that's also one of the reasons why he's pulling an even deeper all-nighter. Because he's always churning the numbers, looking at the master plan and transformation. And can I call you something, Chris?
Yes.
You're a geek. Since young, I've been calling him a geek. And you know why? This guy gets obsessed with numbers. I get obsessed with selling homes, negotiations, showing homes around, building business systems. He is obsessed with numbers. And I tell you, there was one time, you follow our IG, right? He was there looking at a master plan, and that was like Sunday after church. And we went back to the office because we had another appointment. He went to the office, he was searching his master plan because we were trying to show our client one of the potential products, right? And he's like, Travis, you gotta see this. Wow, this master plan, oh, there's a transformation here. Oh my God. I was like, wow, Chris, that passion that you have, it's insane. Right?
Isn't it exciting?
He loves it, right? And of course, who can I trust other than him to be our Director of Investments, right? Okay, Chris, why not you just share more about yourself? Who are you? How are you this year, maybe? And also like maybe your childhood.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My name is Christian. Some people know as Qi Yuan. Fun fact, we've been friends for almost 17 years.
Yeah.
Wow, have been
through
a
a lot.
long way. And so my obsession, as you say, is investments.
Yes.
Not just in terms of real estate, but also in even stocks sometimes. I do read up. And this is something that I really hold truly dear to my heart.
Yes.
Because I think backstory, when I was young, my parents went through an entire series of real estate saga where the agent actually told them to over leverage to buy extra property.
Okay, we will stop there first. You know why? Because this is quite sad for the start of the video. Later on, Chris is going to carry on. So you got to stay tuned throughout this video to understand what actually happened to Chris. Chris, at the age of 26, owned 8 properties.
Yep.
7 local, 1 overseas, I think 3 residential,
Yes.
and 4 commercial properties, right?
Yep, correct.
And I give you a hint, I think he can retire already. Unfortunately, I own one, and I'm still trying to understand. How this guy owns so much, right? He's the master of what he does, and that's also one of the reasons why I think it's important to learn from him and to see his perspective towards the real estate market. So this entire content series, right, was created because we wanted individuals and people to watch this video to be empowered with the investment acumen that we have built in the past 6 years of being in this business, right? We have seen plenty of clients. We have seen people losing millions. We have seen people making millions, but in this market, you cannot make millions anymore. I would say that was the pre-2013 market, right? Or pre-2007 market where some people burned their hands or some people made a windfall in terms of profits. And to empower you to make that decision. So 2 things you can expect from this entire channel if you continue to watch this series will be, number 1, you'll be assured that there'll be objective opinion and advice. We are like the activists of the real estate industry. Why? Because we believe that real estate truly changed lives. And number 2, you can be assured that you have our transparency, full transparency, and also our candid nature of talking about investments, right? Sometimes investments get very boring. We understand that. We have seen clients who are telling us it's too dry, just let me know what we can buy. But I think it's important for us to break down into bite-sized content. Okay, so carrying on to what you have mentioned. So
yes,
Chris, you were talking about, there was this real estate saga that happened in your family, right? So I want to understand a bit more. What was your first touch base in real estate? Okay, why not let's talk about growing up. How were you like were you like, a very bad student? Were you a very good student? Or where do you, what kind of subjects do you study and how do you get interested? Yeah.
Oh, wow. As I say just now, I am a geek, really. Last time I used to study every single day because I believe that the future is about studying. And once you get good grades, you go to a good school, you get a good job, and then life will just be rosy. So I have always been really focusing on purely, studying rather than networking and talking to people.
He's humble. So, he is always the top student in every school that I'm at. When I was in primary school, he was always at stage getting academic prizes while I was maybe playing basketball somewhere. And then when he is in secondary school, he is also doing really well till junior college, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you got a scholarship.
Yeah, I did. In
where?
Ministry of Education, MOE.
Yeah.
But in the end, I still broke the bond to pursue real estate as full-time.
And you had to pay 6 figures in terms of
the scholarship
penalty, right? For the scholarship, right? And for someone to pay 6 figures, knowing that in his life of full straight A's, to get into real estate, to be a real estate agent, is something that I think in this industry, I don't think there's anybody right? And why? Why that conviction? There must be a conviction. It cannot be just making money, because in the starting few months of the business, it was tough for you.
Yes,
I think your first breakthrough came only after like maybe 6 months or 8 months.
Close to 1 year, in fact.
Yeah, of like being in the office daily with me. We were hustling it out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what gave you the conviction to say, you know what? I want to figure real estate out at the age of 22 then?
Yeah. 22. Wow. I guess on my side, there's a divine intervention, definitely, in terms of praying and knowing, speaking through, God speaking through me, through completing my entire journey in this path to make a change for this industry. And it's something that it speaks a lot to me because I feel that in this industry, the opinions are not as objective. There's something that we can do to change this entire landscape. And that's when it convicts me and towards workplace ministry. That's something that I want to work towards. So that's when all these things fell onto me, and it just convicts me that I know that if I want to go all out, there's no backing. There shouldn't be any second
backup plan.
There should just be going all out. That's when I'm here. That's why.
And you did mention, yes, there's the grace, and then also I think most importantly, there must be something. Was that related to your real estate saga at home that made you feel that opinions in investments should be objective? I think before we talk about this, right, there's something that we want to say is that we have seen how real estate changes people's lives.
Yes.
It's never about the making money that make us, very excited about real estate investments. It's about seeing people losing money, families going to the rut, and then realizing that, hey, if you don't pick the right property, and if you keep following the FOMO mentality or the herd mentality, things will happen, right?
Yeah.
So was there a personal encounter for yourself or your family that you're comfortable to share?
Okay. Speaking of which, I think it goes back to when I was childhood. When I was a child, my dad actually sold his BTO to upgrade to a condo.
I see. How long did he hold the BTO and how much he made?
He bought as a sales and balance flat.
Oh,
so around 6 years, 5-6 years of
Yeah.
staying. And the profit is quite
How much did he make?
He bought maybe 250, so around 450.
Oh, 200k profits.
Yes.
100% returns.
Yeah, those were the best days.
You cannot have such days anymore.
Now it's getting harder. This season. But then from that, one of the agents actually told him to over leverage to buy. Okay, one condo is still alright.
Yeah.
He then over actually buy the second condo.
So that's the sell one buy two. Which year?
During the 2009 period.
So even during the 2009 period, there was already this entire concept of sell one buy two.
Yes.
Just in case you stop the video here, right? One thing that we always say is this. We advise 80% of our clients usually to not sell one buy two unless you really have the financial capabilities to do so. Because I think affordability in real estate investments is key. You want to hold your real estate through the storm.
Definitely.
Right? You don't want to be speculative. Real estate in Singapore is not a highly speculative asset. Why add the highly speculative element in, right? Playing a gamble with your income, right? Especially with the recent layoffs that's happening. Insane. Even McDonald's today morning, they're laying off a lot of people, As of today is, what day is this? Today is the 2nd of, is it 2nd of April? 2nd of April.
2nd April, yeah.
McDonald's, 4th of April, I'm so sorry, 4th of April. McDonald's are laying people off. Facebook is laying people off. Google is laying people off. And we serve clients of these MNCs as well. So back to your story. Sell one, buy two. Okay, what happened?
And I know the HDB is yet to be sold. So
what?
Yes, the HDB yet to be sold.
Sell one, own three.
Yeah, yet to sell one, own three.
Own three, wow. So does that work? Or there was no ABSD?
There was no ABSD, or there was no such measures that actually prevent people from speculating and buying more. So that's when it was very, very tough for him. He had to hold on and finance 2 condos while financing HDB that yet to be sold.
Wow.
So it's very crazy. In the end, he managed to sell it at 200k. It was originally valuation around 500 plus k.
So he sold
under val, for 50. Okay. And subsequently, he even left one of the condo empty for 1 year, and that got him into a lot of financial difficulties, which started my journey in real estate.
And the thing here is, right, 2009 was post subprime GFC.
Yep.
There is a reason why your dad had that courage to sell one, own 3. Or not sell one, own 3, or sell one, buy 2. And it was because I clearly remembered that market in 2009, even though I was relatively young then, it was on a bull run.
Yes.
And whenever that the market is on a bull run, you will start seeing people being very aggressive, and there'll be herd mentality to buy properties, because just that my friend is buying, as example, my good friend here is buying, I should buy as well. And that gave me that unfounded or irrational courage without putting into perspective the context of our financial backing. And I think that is something that if we draw or we juxtapose this situation to what is happening right now in today's market, I'm not going to make any comments, but exercise prudence. Okay, exercise prudence. Yeah. So back to you. So what happened? So he couldn't afford the mortgage, I believe.
Yes, couldn't.
Chris' dad is an amazing guy, by the way. I grew up knowing him, his dad, and his dad, and his parents are amazing people, right? So it must be devastating for you. So why couldn't he afford? I don't understand. So is it because the mortgage, because there's the TDSR, the MSR frameworks, there's this LTV framework, right?
Yep.
But in the past, I know that there was not such a framework before 2013, right? Till 2015, where there were plenty of cooling measures. So personally, what happened? Like, is it because he couldn't pay off the mortgage with his income, or what? What happened?
To some extent, yes.
Yeah.
So in the end, he have to liquidate one condo, one property, and the debt rule. So he have to clear his debt and also start back from zero. That's when he had to sell off the remaining condo to downgrade to a HDB, a 3-room flat in Ang Mo Kio. So that really started my real estate journey. Because subsequently, what we saw is the 3-room flat Ang Mo Kio did not really appreciate overpriced from 2012 to 2019, 19. In fact, the condo actually made both condo went up by close to around $1.9 million for both. Yeah, so it has been.
So
crazy.
He bought in 2009.
Yeah.
If he were to sell it in 2023.
2019, in fact.
2019, in 10 years, he made $1.9 million or 1.7.
Profits 1.9 actually.
1.9. And how much was the price of both properties combined?
The 3-room flat, 3-bedroom and the 2-bedder add together was close to around 2.6 million.
2.6 million now, right?
2.6, yeah.
In 2019, right? I believe. Then what about in 2009? How much were they both bought at?
Both one was around 400, the other about, I say 600. So
1.1 million, making more than 100% in terms of profit.
2.9, yeah, 2.9 million.
Making more than 100% in profit, in ROI. It's just 100% ROI, right?
Yes.
Right now in today's market, if you can make 100% cash on cash, that's really good, right? Don't expect 100% ROI. Don't believe that there'll be 100% ROI increase. I think the market has reached a level where it's very stable. It's developed, it's matured. So there's less volatility, which also means that there will be lesser crazy gains that are going to see in the market, right? And we have been seeing that quite often as well. Okay, so maybe I want to ask you a question. How did you feel? Sorry, this is not an interview, by the way, guys. So later on, he's going to ask me some questions, but I think, we're just so deep into this, right? So just let me understand a little bit. From a child's perspective, seeing your dad going through that, I mean, seeing him own one, buying a HDB, owning 2 condos, that's like a Singaporean dream, right?
Yes. Definitely.
And then going back to the HDB, and then seeing him going through the entire liquidation, saga, and then seeing him declare, did he declare
deep in financial
problems, right? How do you feel as a kid?
Honestly, I'm very thankful for my dad, in fact, because even though he went through all this financial stress, etc., he still hold on to family and he keep us going. And he always, I didn't know at all, interestingly, until 2019, when he actually came out to us and mentioned how he had to restart from zero, financial debt, and I mean, he's clearing. In fact, now finally, thank God, he's fully cleared. Yeah. Things are going on an uptrend right now, much better than last time. But that kept me going. That's something that for myself, I can only say that he really loved us a lot. Yeah. And I really, that motivates me back then in real estate to start and to really fight for my family.
Yeah. And I remember in 2009 when we were, I think, we were how old?
Sec 1, I think.
Secondary 1, right? And I believe your dad was going through liquidation when we were in Sec 3, Sec 4.
Sec 3, yeah.
We go way back. So we go to K-Box together when there was K-Box, still Manakiniko. Last time we go for buffet at Sakura, you remember?
Oh, yes.
So I never ever knew Chris' family was facing any financial difficulty.
Yes, because my dad didn't tell me.
Yeah, so I think that's the power of a father's love. And that is something that also compels me every single day, because I know that real estate is not just about convincing people to buy what you want them to buy, but ultimately helping them change their lives.
Yes, indeed.
I am so happy because one of my clients recently also been working really hard. Trusted me. Their financials could make it. They bought 2 units. And right now they are sitting on $1 million in profit in 3 years. And
congrats.
$1 million, congrats to them, right?
Congrats,
and $1 million profit is something that is, $1 million is not a big sum now, right? Maybe 10 years ago it was a huge sum, right? But because of inflation, right? But they are still now thinking, where can their kids are still young, where can I move to next? And how can I start, preparing for my retirement? And I like that. I like that, right? Okay, sure. So maybe I'll just talk a little bit more about myself, right?
Yes, how about you?
Some questions, yeah.
Yes.
If not, it's like I'm doing myself so weird. Yeah, okay, come.
Yeah, so how about you? What makes you come to real estate?
Okay, so great question, right? I didn't expect to come to real estate.
Okay.
I never wanted to come into real estate.
Okay, that's the first time I heard that.
I didn't like real estate agents, but I love my dad. And I started off life in a good secondary school like yourself. We were same secondary school. Started to play a lot. When Chris was busy studying, I was playing sports.
Sports. Okay.
Went to junior college. Chris was teaching me chemistry. I was a hopeless in chem. He's a scholar in chem. I'm a hopeless in chem. But I knew deep down in me then I was someone who I like to do a lot of different things. So I knew that entrepreneurship or business was something that I really wanted to do then, okay? And then I expected that I would have gone to law school. Eventually I did, but I expected I go to law school after A-levels. I didn't do well for my A-levels at all. Very badly. It was so bad because when I went to Chris, I asked him, so what's your grades, right? So he, of course, it's all one alphabet lah. Huh? For me, it's like 4 or 5 different alphabets. Yeah. And I felt that journey was really, I was very humbled by God lah, because I think that, okay, this is not a testimonial, but I just feel that, that moment I was very prideful and I felt that, I'm a good school, I'm a good sport, and I can do whatever I want to do, and going to law school is easy, right? So 18 years old, went to law school. I couldn't get into law school. Got very bad A-level results. Came out, went to army. During army, I started 8 startups. I failed all 8 startups. The only startup that I made money was being a tuition teacher, which I say Chris encouraged me to be a tuition teacher then. I thought economics, because economics was like my best subject then. And I went to school, right? So failed 8 startups, went to school. I told myself this, one last chance. I'm going to go into something that I can earn to make my student loans. And the student loans then was about $40,000+, right? So I was balancing between scooping ice cream every single week. I think now scooping ice cream is no longer a thing. Last time when we were 21, and that was 6 years ago, we still feel like we're 21, by the way. But now we're 30. We're going to be 30 soon, bro.
Time flies.
So time flies very fast, right? So scoop ice cream or, maybe do real estate, right? So fast forward, my first 2 deals, I did well. It was my second month in the business. I saw how real estate could change the lives of people by looking at how people's lives have been changed through real estate, because then I was still very young. Slowly grew a team, and then that turned into an obsession. And with that obsession, I told myself, I'm either going to be in this business being a really good real estate agent, or I'm going to be a real estate agent of change. And unfortunately, I chose the latter, which is 2 main things, right? Which GNA Real Estate stands for, right? Number 1 is operational excellence in selling homes. And number 2 is objectivity in investments. You may be asking me, what is the reason why these are important to you, right? I think objectivity in investments to me is very important because from your experience, I have seen how real estate investments, if not done objectively or advised objectively, destroys a family. Thankfully, your family is not destroyed.
Thank God.
It's stronger, right? Actually,
it's stronger now.
Yes. And I have seen how others, their families have been affected because of wrong real estate decisions. It is a myth that buying a real estate in Singapore, you definitely can make money. And I think this is something that you have to understand. Fun fact, the best location in Singapore, nearest to MRT, freehold property, they lost millions in Singapore.
Yes.
I'm not going to say which one it is.
Stay tuned
to the next one to find out. Actually, and agree in the obsession of being objective and operational excellence in selling homes, right? And when I was really young, my dad was a real estate agent already, right? And I loved him. I respected him, but they never wanted me to be a real estate agent. Which parents want you to be a real estate agent? Come on, right? But now I think it's different already. A lot of people are trying to get into the real estate business, right?
Yep.
And they told me, don't do real estate, don't do real estate, right? And I never wanted to be a real estate agent, right? And but I always tell people this, real estate was in my blood ever since I was 6. Because when my dad became a real estate agent at 6, when I was 6, at the backseat of my car, I'm the only child, I always hear my parents talk about real estate. So to me, it's all about real estate, option to purchase, what is the LI, what's the LO, these are documents, right? Hey, how much should the client make through this real estate investment? Hey, I'm going for this thing called the listing presentation. Hey, and last time, presentation is from newspaper one. No iPad and laptop one. So my dad will have this stack of newspaper of his features and then he will put on tape.
I see it before.
Yeah. And I've seen him going up stage and get price and so many things, right? So real estate started in me way back, like way back. Yeah.
So what keeps you going?
Now?
Yeah.
You lor. No,
Thank you. Brother love.
Actually, it's true it's a brotherly love Okay, I think the past few years in real estate has been a little jading. There's a lot of things that happen, tough things that happen. But we are strong. We got stronger. And I think one thing that prevailed was the brother love that we had for one another. And now it's no longer about fighting for self, but it's fighting for each other. And not only that, I have wonderful people in GNA Real Estate.
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah. We haven't ran a single recruitment ad before. The team grew organically and these people are agents of change, and they're young. And we are just looking about how we can change the market as we move forward. But we are committed to change the market for the better. And that's something that, this is just our commitment. So that keeps me going. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Wow. So I think personally, right, understanding our story allows you to give a context why we decided to do this, right? So any other things we want to talk about? I'm just thinking the first video, what should we talk about? You can see this unscripted. Yeah, we want to make it as casual as possible.
Maybe what we're going to cover in this series.
Great question. Okay,
Yes.
so in this entire Singapore's Real Estate Explained podcast come video, if you're listening on Spotify, hello, my friends. I heard this from someone, some podcast that I hear, So when last week I went to Ho Chi Minh for a business trip, I put the earphones in and then I was sleeping and then someone said, hello, my friends. I said, wow, that's so good. So if you're sleeping right now, please don't. Yeah. So if you're watching us on podcast, Spotify, right? Hello to you. If you're watching us on video, hello to you as well. This entire series will have a couple of content, okay? And Chris and I, we are committed to be releasing 很怕讲嘞 content every 2 weeks吧?
Yep, every 2 weeks.
Okay, or every week lah.
Yes.
It's really about things when we are thinking about the commitment we have, because it's easy to be committed to one thing, but then we have a lot of things that are managing, so it's very hard for us to do it. But we're being honest, okay? So you're going to see a couple of things. Number one, we are going to share a few about market sentiments, updated news of the market, and what our personal opinion as well as strategies clients can adopt in the new market. Next, we're going to be reviewing new launches. There are a lot of new launches review in the market.
Done it.
And most of them is going towards buy. Our team, we have an investment team with us. Our investment analyst, his name is Caleb. He's not here with us now because he's busy trading out some reports. But we are going to share with you, should we buy? Should we not buy? I think there's a couple of developers off, but we represent the consumers. Or should we wait and see? Okay, there are plenty of new launches that's coming up this year. Exciting ones, but out of the whole sea of new launches, I only have identified one that can consider. The rest, I'm not too sure. We will talk about it. Yeah, so we'll be reviewing more new launches, market news as well, and we'll be giving you some insights as to some strategies to, whatever you want, right? How you're going to build a defensible real estate portfolio, how you're going to build a portfolio of passive income. This guy here has built a passive income, a source of 5 figures, I think, mid 5 figures at the age of 26, and that wasn't from a perspective of greed. We're not here to tell you that, hey, want to make a lot of money. That's not us. But because he needed to do that to bring his family out of debt, right? And I respect that. So yeah, this is what our channel is going to cover. What is your goal for this series?
Goal is really to bring objective advice to as many consumers out there. To be the voice as a team. So that most consumers will be able to make a choice, the right choice in terms of real estate investments.
Yes, that's great. So stay tuned for our content. Let me share with you what. We have plenty of socials, okay? We have plenty of socials. We have our Facebook, right? We have our Instagram. A lot of you guys have been DMing us on Instagram, whether is it Chris OQY, is it?
Yes, Chris OQY.
We'll add a handle somewhere there, okay? Or is it Jarvis Isaiah _? Or is it JNA Real Estate? We have gotten a lot of your inquiries, and a lot of you actually made friends with us and became our clients through there as well. We have our website, www.jnarealestate.sg. We are going to have a central number soon where JNA Real Estate will be talking to you with our client care executive, as well as some of our brokers behind the scenes replying messages. We have our newsletters that's on our website as well as our Instagram. We're on podcast called Singapore's Real Estate Explained. So if you want to know more about our content, just go everywhere, share our content, and then read it up, okay? Thank you so much for watching this episode, the first episode of Singapore's Real Estate Explained. We hope that you have enjoyed yourself. I know it's just us rambling. It's not going to be like that for the next few videos because we're going to go very deep in the numbers. So till we meet again. All right? Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.